What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is Love and Marriage Huntsville season 4, episode 15. It is the mid-season finale. Now, I've seen a lot of people complaining, like, "Oh, why are they doing this?" Da, 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 da. Yeah, this is not the first time a show has given us a mid-season finale. Like, shows do it all the time. I think people are irritated and frustrated because what we want to see is that big fight, and we ain't gonna see that till September. But y'all, chill out. It's gonna be all right. It's cool. Cause I read a tweet of the DJ Richie Sky, and they were like, they making us wait till September to see something that happened a month ago. Do y'all realize that like a lot of these reality shows, some of that stuff didn't happen 6 and 7 months ago, a year ago, like before the Panorama, when the Real Housewives had their full rotation going. Y'all do realize that we were looking at stuff that had happened a year ago. It's okay, y'all. I know we want to see the fight, but just chill out. It's going to happen. Lord willing, we'll get to September and we'll talk about it. But anyway, and I'll be honest with you, the episode really didn't give me a whole lot. It was just a setup for what was going to come next, honestly. They really didn't have to give us a major cliffhanger because we know what we want to see. So they didn't have to give us this major boom moment. But we start off the episode, we have Kimmy, Tiffany, and Letitia meeting down to a rock climbing situation to, hang out, have some girls' time. Now, Kimmy said that she is definitely afraid of heights. And I'm wondering, Letitia, did you not know that about Kimmy? Like, y'all are cool. Y'all been cool for a long time. I know y'all had some bumps in the road, but, like, real talk, y'all are cool. You ain't know Kimmy was scared of heights? You chose rock climbing for somebody that's scared of heights? But what was funny, though, was Kimmy did it. She said she had to conquer her fear. And she was actually on the wall longer than the rest of them. And she actually climbed pretty high. So kudos to you, Kimmy, for tackling that fear. She said she probably ain't going to never do it again. But it's all good. You did it. You saw it. You conquered. You did it. Okay? So then the ladies were talking. And, of course, they were talking about what happened in Atlanta. They talked about the rage room. And Tiffany was talking about how she didn't realize that the whole sex thing with her and Lewis was that big of a deal. She didn't understand what the whole big deal was, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Then they talked about the couples retreat, and Letitia is asking if they want to go. Now, I find this whole situation to be very interesting. All of these ladies, they agreed amongst themselves that they were going to go on this couples retreat. I didn't see not one of them actually ask their husband if they wanted to go. I saw them packing bags. I saw them telling. Letitia, the main person who's trying to plan the trip, had the hardest time to get her husband to go. And she basically lied to get him to go. She told him it was just a couple's trip. And they was going up to Nashville for a couple of days. She didn't say nothing about Dr. Francis. And she didn't say nothing about a couple's therapy. But she did the right thing. Because had she said any of that, he wouldn't be going. So, and like she said, sometimes it's best to ask for forgiveness than permission. And this is one of those times. And I agree. Because Marceau ass would not voluntarily be coming. But Marceau ain't even the one Marceau ain't the Scott brother that got on my nerves this episode. It was that damn Maurice that got on my nerves this episode. We're going to get to Maurice in a minute, though. We're going to get there. So then we see Melody has an opportunity to host an inaugural event at their new arena that they have there. Huntsville is growing. They're getting bigger. And so now they're growing. They have this arena, and Melody is going to be hosting. They're going to have some Grammy Award winning artists that are going to be there and some other things going on. So we see her talking to her mom, talking about, hosting, and she's picking out her outfit. And they're talking about Martell and how she just, it's not her weekend to have the kids, and how, it would be nice for the kids to be there, but her and Martell just aren't in that space where they can just do those kinds of things. No, Mel. That's not what it is. I mean, I ain't gonna say that's not what it is because I ain't there day to day with y'all. But from where we sit, that's not what it is, Mel. What it is that you played hardball when it was his weekend and he wanted them kids for that daggone book signing. And now that the tables have turned, which I told you they were, did I not say that there was going to be a time where it's not going to be your weekend and something's going to happen that you're going to want the kids to come to, and you're going to wish that Martell would bend a little bit, just like Martell wanted you to bend a little bit, okay? Now, at the end of the day, she was just talking about how she made it seem like the reason why she wasn't going to get the kids is because her and Martell just aren't in a good enough space yet where they can swap out weekends and they can bend, and you know she has to be very strict and very stern because Martell just isn't, you know, she needs to see real change, not just superficial change, not just change that looks good on social media. But I still think that part of that is you ain't want to turn around and ask after you were so stern about what Martell needed. Now again, that's from the outside looking in. I ain't with these people 24 hours a day, so don't get in my comments and start talking about melody this and the what they call them, the mellow meters. Don't come in my comments. I'm just telling y'all what I see from my point of view. Moving on. So then Martell is meeting up with Lewis, and he talking about this scene was so, and I'm not gonna say fake because I think the two of them are really cool, but they just was like, yo, what's up, man? I don't know, what's up, man? What's up? You good, man? I'm good, man. How you doing, man? I'm good, man. How you doing, man? I'm good. Like, it was so weird, like so contrived. It was such a contrived scene. But basically, you know, Lewis talked about that it was a death in the family on his father's side. That's why he left Atlanta, yada, yada, yada. And they're talking about Martell and Melody. And now Martell, this is the shit that gets your ass in trouble. See how I was defending Melody? I mean, I was defending you a few minutes ago, but now I gotta jump back on your ass. Why are you still talking about this woman? Her heart is cold. Her heart is so dark. That's why she don't have no friends. Da-da-da. Listen, Martell, for somebody who's really trying to build a positive relationship and a co-parenting relationship with the wife, with your ex-wife, the mother of your children, bruh, sometimes it's okay to just shut the, you know what we call the F up. It's okay to do that. It really is okay to just zoop, zoop. It's really okay to do that. For real. Okay. Anyway, he talks about how he wants to be married again. He was like, I love being married. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You like the security of having a woman at home. You like the security of having somebody that was going to make sure that you're taking. And I'm not saying, one thing I will say is that I think Martell is a good father. But you like the security of knowing that while you was out running them streets, that somebody was at home taking care of the children, right? You did not like being married. And I'm going to tell you why you did not like being married. Because if you liked being married, you would have worked harder to be married instead of looking for things outside of your marriage. Because when you say to me, I like being married, but for the last 3 years, all we heard was what Melody wasn't doing in your marriage, you didn't like being married. You didn't. You like the security blanket of being married. You like the fact that you knew somebody was in the home and that dinner was going to be cooked. And you like the lifestyle that you and Melody created for yourselves. You definitely like that. And who wouldn't? Shit, I would like the lifestyle. Y'all had a nice life. You own businesses. You lived good. You had a nice house. You were the creme de la creme of your community. You got invited to all the right parties. Like, I would have, listen, I would have liked the lifestyle too. But let's be clear, that's what you miss. You don't miss being married. You miss the security of being married. Anyway, moving on. So then we see Kimmy is packing to go on this trip. And Maurice comes in. And Maurice, sir, somehow another child, because Maurice don't want to go on the trip. Maurice said that they don't have no problems, they don't need no recalibrating, they don't need no therapy, their marriage is good, and that nothing good is gonna come of them spending the weekend with the Scotts, with the other Scotts, and with Tiffany and Lewis. He said it's gonna be some drama, it's gonna be some mess, and I really don't want to be in the middle of it. Now, part of me agrees with you on that, Maurice. A part of me agrees with the fact that you're gonna be in the middle of some mess, and I know you don't want no parts in the mess. I get that. I'm with you on that, bruh. But the other side of it is, Kimmy says, well, don't you think there's some things we can improve? So then Kimmy says, well, what is it that, she said, are there some things about me that you would want to improve? And he says yes, which kind of shocked Kimmy, and that goes back to the don't ask no questions you don't know the answers to, because Kimmy was like, what? And he was like, I mean, sex. I mean, we could have sex more often. And Kimmy was like, see, that's the problem. I feel like no matter how often we have sex, it's never going to be good enough. And her point was proven because she was like, what if he said, I'll go if we can have sex once a day. And she was like, all right, fine. Once a day, we can have sex. I'll commit to us having sex once a day. Because she said, if we have sex once a day, you're going to want it twice a day. She was like, it's just no making you happy. So in that conversation, he says, but you know what would be better? What would be better is if we could have sex twice a day. And Kimmy was like, no, I'm not committing to that. And he was like, why? And she said, because that's what I'm saying. Like, I told you that I would commit to sex once a day. Now you want it twice a day, and you're acting like that's like if I don't give it to you twice a day, now I'm doing something wrong. But I've already agreed to the once a day, and he is literally sitting there pouting like a little kid. Like his lips were literally poking out. He was pouting, y'all. And I'm sitting here like, the woman committed to giving you sex once a day the whole time y'all on the damn trip. And now you want it twice a day, and you mad that she won't negotiate up. She met you where she needed to meet you, bruh. So then he walks off and he mumbling, talking about some, you don't want to make your husband happy, yada yada yada. And somebody said, and I don't think it was Kim. It might have been Kimmy, but I think it was somebody wrote in a comment underneath a video saying something to the effect of, men pretend like they need sex all the time as a way to justify cheating or something like that. Because at a certain point, you twice a day, Maurice, really? It was just really getting on my nerves. Like, you were really giving me Marceau vibes in this conversation, Maurice. You was really, really giving me Marceau vibes. And that's, you like to play Jedi mind tricks too. But that was just, that one threw me. That one really threw me, bro. That one really, really threw me. And Kimmy, like, you did a really good job in having that conversation. But I would have shut the whole thing down and been like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. You ain't gotta worry about once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. You ain't gotta worry about it, bro. We good. Anyway, so then we get to Tiffany and Lewis. And they having the same conversation about going on this trip. And, hopefully they can get Dr. Francis to help them get on one page, get on one accord. Because she was talking about, because again, they talking about sex. And Tiffany wanted another child. She said, well, maybe Dr. Francis can help us get to a point where we're ready to have another kid. He was like, well, you gotta have sex to have a child. Like, we arguing about having sex, or we can't get to a common ground about having sex, and you want a child, but we can't even, we gotta have one before the other. Like, we can't get to the second one without the first one, man. Like, A plus B equals C, And so she talked about how she has to leave early because she's got a work commitment. And again, I feel like that's y'all's problem. Like, and he was like, well, why can't your business partner handle it? Well, he's going to be out of town. He was like, She said, but no, I actually have to, speak at an event. That's where I have to go and speak at an event. So again, we see where this is going with the two of them, child. So then we have Marceau and Letitia. And like I said, she didn't lie to Marceau about going. And Marceau is not excited about going on a group trip with Tiffany and Lewis, because he was like, because he don't even really rock with them like that. And she was like, well, I mean, everything's been cool since y'all, since you got him together. He was like, I didn't really get him together. I just expressed how I felt. I just let him know how I felt about the situation. And she was like, well, I think it'll be fun, And he said, Lewis by himself was cool. And Letitia was like, Tiffany by herself is cool. And he was like, so is the problem when they get together? Like, is that the issue? And so they agree. Of course, Marceau agrees to go, but he is reluctantly agreeing. And Letitia done tap dance all over this trip. And I understand, because at first I was like, Letitia, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. But now, in hindsight, I understand, because she was trying to not flat out lie. She's telling half truths and she's tap dancing, but I feel like she was trying to say enough so that it wouldn't come back that he totally lied. I mean, she totally lied, but still get him to go on this daggone trip. So last but not least, we see Melody. She's getting ready for her event. She's getting her makeup and her hair did, and her mama come backstage, and yada yada yada. Everybody's happy. And then who come around the corner is the kids with Martell. So Martell done brought the kids, and without coming right out and saying it, Martell was basically like, yeah, because he said, yeah, I wouldn't let the kids miss such an important day for you. I was like, I said, Martell, you know what you saying. You know how you saying it. And I ain't mad at him. I ain't even mad at Martell. Because y'all know I was 100% with Martell on that whole situation about the kids coming to the damn book signing. Now, shouts out to Martell and the kids because they was at Essence Fest this weekend and they was doing a book signing. So I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you at all. When I went to Essence, that book room, the area where they have all the authors and they're there to sign their books and stuff like that, that was a cool event. And so shouts out for y'all getting the Essence and y'all getting y'all book there and being able to sign autographs for the people. So shouts out for y'all. But anyway, that's pretty much where the daggone episode ended. Like I said, I don't know how I got 15 minutes out of a filler, but it really was a filler to get us to. So we won't be back until September. Okay? It is what it is, y'all. Whether you like it or not, it is what it is. All right? So I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.